Like, subscribe, and leave a comment. So here's your review of WWE Raw, the week commencing the 29th of April. So it starts with Logan Paul pulling up to the building with, I believe his name's Ice Speed, I think. And he meets the Judgment Day. They have a cordial conversation. And he also gets friendly with Patrick Mahomes. I think that's who he is. Yeah. Then we have Pat McAfee and Michael Cole talking about the draft. So things get underway. Then Becky Lynch, the man, comes out. She basically talks about how she's worked 2 years to become world champion and she got her title back and she's here to fight. And she says that Liv Morgan comes out and basically says that she's taken out Rhea Ripley. So she believes she deserves a title shot. As that happens, Nia Jax comes out as well and she wants a shot. So we'll see what happens. Then we have Stephanie McMahon turn up to do the draft. So we have the first round of Raw. So it's the Raw picks Imperium, SmackDown gets Jade Cargill, Raw gets Damage Control, SmackDown gets Kevin Owens. That's the first round. Then we have Gunther versus Xavier Woods in a great match. Go and watch it. You haven't seen it, but in the end, Gunther gets the victory. Then we have Jey Uso said he's ready for the title. He doesn't have any pressure. He's going to go in there and he's going to take out everybody. He also calls out Logan Paul. So let's see what happens. Then we have Logan Paul, and I think, like I said, the name is Ice Show Speed, I think his name is. They do the draft picks. So then we have CM Punk to Raw. We have The Pride to SmackDown. We have Braun Strowman is back and he's on Raw. Wow. Then we have Tiffany Stratton to SmackDown. Then basically Logan Paul proceeds to call out Jey Uso, said he can't win on his own and he won't win at a Backlash. Jey Uso comes out. Him and Logan Paul have a back and forth, and then he gets attacked by the Judgment Day and Logan Paul accidentally hits JD McDonough instead of hitting Jay, and then Braun Strowman comes out and flattens everybody basically. Then we have the R-Truth, Awesome Truth in the back, getting confused about the draft, but Miz helps him out in the end. Then we have Booker T getting interviewed, but then Drew pulls up and he goes back and forth with Booker T talking about CM Punk. So let's see what happens there. Then we have Sami Zayn versus Bronson Reed for the Intercontinental Championship. Great match, but there was no winner because Sami Zayn was attacked by Chad Gable. Then we have the APA, the great tag team, come out doing the draft. So we have LWO to Raw, we have Phantasma to SmackDown, we have Drew staying on Raw, and we have Shinsuke Nakamura going to SmackDown. So not many changes in these drafts. I'd say that for real. Then we have Drew come out. Basically, he's angry, he got drafted late, and he's calling out CM Punk and says he's not a real man because even if Drew's injured, he'll turn up for work. CM Punk comes out from the crowd and calls out Drew. Drew goes after him. Then we have Chad Gable calling out the Alpha Academy for all the losses they've been getting recently and wants them to start winning. Then we have Braun Breaker and Sheamus running to each other, talking about who's the baddest guy on Raw. So we'll see what happens there. Then we have Candice Michelle versus Maxine in a great match, but Candice gets the victory. Then we have the LWO ready to take over Raw, and they're confronted by Dom. So let's see what happens there. Then we have Drew basically looking for CM Punk. So let's see if he finds him. Then CM Punk comes out, basically calls out Drew, and he says Drew has given him a purpose to come back and purpose to fight. And when he's cleared, he's going to take out Drew. Then we have Teddy Long, and I think her name is Alexandra Blaze, I think her name is. Then they do the draft. So Judgment Day to Raw, Naomi to SmackDown, Dragunov to Raw from NXT, and Chelsea Piper to SmackDown. Then we have Liv Morgan versus Nia Jax in a great match. There was some interference. There was fighting between Tiffany Stratton and Naomi, but in the end, Liv Morgan gets the victory. Then we have the Dudley Boys doing the next draft. They come out. So New Day to Raw, Pretty Deadly to SmackDown, Lyra to Raw, and Candice and Indy to SmackDown. So not many changes there again. Then we have the Awesome Truth versus Alpha Academy for the Tag Team Championships. Really good match, but in the end, Awesome Truth get the victory. Then we have Nick Aldis and Adam Pearce doing the draft again. I don't think the final draft. So it's a final testament to Raw. It's DIY goes to SmackDown. Bronson Reed stays on Raw, and Blair Davenport from NXT goes to SmackDown. Then in the main event, it's a 6-man tag. So it's a Judgment Day versus Jey Uso, Ricochet, and Andrade. Really good match. Go and watch it if you haven't seen it. But in the end, after a great match, Jey Uso gets the victory.